So as an extension this week of my map exploration, I took the Hampstead Heath map that my dad got from work, and it's basically the map of Hampstead, and it just shows all the contour lines, and I basically zoomed in to all the contour lines I found and made these like large scale sketches of them, just like line drawings of them. And I wanted to use these for collagraph plates, and also I just like wanted to experiment with the lines and see what compositions I liked and what zoom-ins I liked, because I don't want to keep it uniform. I want to abstract it and segment it completely and just make it really interesting. And then from that map I have taken the key. So I've taken, this isn't finished yet, I just started this, but I've taken the little keys and kind of like added it to the formations that I did. So just using especially the pool one and using this map as reference. This is my favourite. So I got the key of like all the mark making in that map, and basically I did it in black first, and then I did it in like different, like a uniform colour like green, because I thought green is like the colour that I will use the most, and like I thought purple for like these signs because they were all purpley like brown. And then I used the colours that I think represent, so like this is a road, fence is like brown, man-made feature is like purple. Just like in my eyes what I think those places, what those things represent, what colours represent them. And then I did like a contour is like brown, and then like the knolls green, the earth walls green and brown, and then I did like a lake is blue. And I just did this, and I tried to use it, and I used this and the colours on a segment of this map. I used it on a segment and I really enjoy it, and I thought I could use these later on down the line as like a pattern and take inspiration from them, specifically like these and these, and I really like this one. And yeah, and then I also did another pattern page using another different map of Hampstead, and I was really intrigued by the men and the fish in this pond. So like the swimmers represent the ponds that you can swim in, and without the ponds is the ones that you can't swim in. So like this is only for fish, but this is for fish and people. And because the ponds in Hampstead are so famous for its ponds. So it's so famous for its ponds and lakes and the male and female figure of the man. So I did like repetitive patterns on this, and I really like these are my favourite, because I just used the blue of what the water would be on the outside, and then like the body shape, and I really enjoyed this and thought it was like quite psychedelic and funky, and it also adds a bit of humour to the piece, which I really like. And then I did like fishes, lots of wax resist, which I think were unsuccessful. These are the most successful. And I did like pointers and dots from like Picasso, and some more wax resist using like Hockney lines. And I want to add more to this doing the trees, but maybe I will, but I'll vlog that if I do. And I just feel like it's a place that I've got memories of like laughter and peacefulness, and I just thought the psychedelic men were funny but calming as well, and they represent Hampstead very well. So I had an idea to do a collagraph development of my project, and I thought it was important first to do material page, just documenting the materials, and this is kind of in like working pages, and I took some thread that I used on the collagraph plate and before and after using it, and I put it on, and the wave for the ponds I thought were really good because it's like wavy water. And then I really like this thread, this bobbled thread, and I think it would give a really cool material and like texture embossing to the prints. And also it kind of reminds me of like a fence, so I thought it maybe painted brown, it's like a fence, or like in the water, you know, when you've got like the boingies, it could replicate that too. And then the main thread was this brown like weaved thread that I thought would print quite thickly, and I couldn't find anything thicker, but yeah, so I printed with that, and I just like sketched what would be like deep and what would be raised. And then I also did some like colour experiments, but this is kind of like a write-off page, but like I really like this, enjoy that, just kind of letting my brain flow to the surface of the paper. And then I was talking to Sinead about like maps, how they're so ordered and quantifiable, and how maybe like going chaotic with them and letting like paint stream down the page would be more of like a idea of when you're on a walk in Hampstead, you don't follow a map, you just walk and you don't look at maps, you just go. And I thought this was like a good indirect explanation for your brain while you're walking, so like nothing's going in, you're just kind of just walking and exploring, and it's like this constant thing where like order goes completely out of your mind, but then there's order in how am I going to get back, and so it could be like juxtaposed. But I just thought like wet on wet bleeding was really cool, and this came out really cool. And I feel like this experimentation with the idea of like escaping the containment and free feeling felt when not using a map, and I thought that the juxtaposition between the map and the free feeling of not following one was quite interesting, and kind of posed a question to the audience they didn't really know how to answer. And then I added, because I've done the collagraphs now, I added a picture of the collagraph that I did, and yeah.